Okay, back online. Let's see for how long. So while you're gone, this position went to the losing side, so I will mark it as a loss. Again, as I said, I was a bit concerned about these wicks here and maybe price reaching that level and going down, but again, based on this nice impulse to the upside, I thought there was a nice chance of the price going to the upside as well. But yeah, what we can do. So I will just place this as a loss. Minus 0.5. And let's move on. A price seems to be shifting to the downside again. Close of an entry right here. Let's see. Let me check something real quick. I may enter another position right here. Not sure how gold respects this level, but we have some nice confluences here which may serve us well. It's a bit borderline, but price being above the VWAP, yes. So let's take another position right here. If it takes us down, it takes us down. So we will be losing what we won earlier on in the session. So the stop loss right here will be at 126,153. Okay, and let's see where this position will go. To the downside apparently. Nope. A bit of a drawdown, and we seem to be having a range here, and yeah, so again, not sure about golden fibs because it was a fake out at 382, but again, not sure if gold really respects these fibs, and it may go further down from here. So yeah, what can you do? Just mark it as a loss and go on. Again, if some of you guys are watching, please let me know if the stream is lagging. I will be checking it, but I wouldn't want to just be talking here without any of you guys watching. Okay, so moving on. What this price action is telling us, well, basically quite nothing. We had a descending channel right here that opened up in an ascending channel, which got broken. So nothing really much to see here, but we will keep on going. Hey, Mr. Bazooka, thanks for your patience, man. I hope the stream will be okay this time, because I had some issues with the stream, and yeah, technology is a bitch today. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your challenge? How's your challenge going? I'm not sure if you are in a challenge, but let me know. By the way, guys, I'm up for chatting. So, the lady with the glasses, she's home right now. She had some issues to solve, so it will be only me today. Okay, so this could be a potential entry, but I don't really like the size of this candle, and again, I don't really like how the price seems to be going up. Again, guys, we have the same channel that we signaled earlier, so this is more of an ascending wedge right here. So it has quite huge reversal potential. I wouldn't really enter a trade right here, so again, I will skip this one, even though all the conditions were met. Hey Kit, thanks for your patience, man. So I think you're the only one that's stuck with our lagging issues. Yeah, I noticed. That's why I wanted to backtest the closest period. So I started with the 4th of April. Basically this week I will do some gold backtesting, then maybe switch to some Forex Pairs, maybe even US 30. I want to take this week as a benchmark because this week was, as you said, pretty shitty in terms of trends. Not today, not today, but we will be doing soon because Chris's course is out as well. So maybe not this weekend because we'll be away, but the next weekend there will be a giveaway. If you still want the course and can't wait for a giveaway, you can have a nice discount if you check the community page of the channel. There's a link there. Okay, so moving on. Yes, so as I said, I wouldn't have entered this position mostly based on this price action. Again, we have an ascending wedge which is poised to be broken to the downside, or maybe even making an extended range right here. If this range were to be broken with a nice impulse, I would take a trade. Again, we had the conditions here as well, but I think the stop loss would have been hit by this wick because we use quite small stop losses with this strategy. So still moving on. The market is really choppy, guys. So yeah, as our forecast, okay, so the bot is working. As you can see, guys, there's someone spamming you with the course. If you want discount codes, you can find it in the community page of the channel. So what I was saying was we had this channel right here, this more of an ascending wedge than a channel, which again was poised to a break to the downside because it's a reversal pattern. So that's why I didn't want to enter, because again, guys, this is what I was saying, that you have to take into account price action as well. We had entries right here on this candle and the price went down, and we also had entries right here on this candle and the price went down. So we saw this ascending wedge. We saw that the price, even if the ascending wedge were to be invalidated, we had this range right here with these tops with huge wicks. So nothing to touch in the market right now. Let's see if the market establishes a nice trend. Yeah, no, it doesn't. We had some news here. Maybe that's why it's so random. And we seem to be resuming to the upside. I will take these lines out for now. But again, until this stop will be broken, I won't be entering any long trades. Even though all the indicators seem to tell me to enter a buy, I will wait for this long position to be broken. This high to be broken, sorry. Yeah, same thing here. So yeah, we may have had an entry on this candle right here. But again, I'm not really sure if the position will push to the upside. So I will wait for the position to finish this ranging price actions, for the pair to finish this ranging price action, so that we can have a clear trend to trade with. Again, guys, as you can see, you would have entered the buy here. Nope, still stopped out. Price is getting messier and messier. Okay, so what can we see here? So we can see this was the previous high, lower high, lower high, even a lower high, and then we make a higher high. Same goes with the bottoms. So lower, lower. It established a base here on the VWAP, but I don't like the fact that this high hasn't been broken. So we don't have the conditions by the indicators to enter a trade here, but still I want to point this out to you guys. So be aware of the highs and lows in the market and see how the market moves, so that you can better judge if you want to enter a position or not. And this is nighttime, so I will skip all the way to 8 or to let's say to 6 a.m. next day. Okay, this is 6 a.m. So what do we have here? Let me see, something seems to be wrong with... Okay, this is better. Okay, so now we find ourselves in a position, I mean, we should open a position right now, exactly right now, a sell position, because as you can see, we have some interesting market structure here. Yeah, we have this trend line that was broken to the upside. I can see that, but even if that would have been the case, we have this high here, lower high, and then we have an equal high, so you can call this thing a sort of a double bottom. I love that the downtrend, at least for the bottom side, is so neat. So I would take a sell trade right here, and let's see how it goes. Again, this is backtesting, so don't fear losing positions in your backtesting. It's better to have lots of losing positions in your backtesting and crush it in real market conditions than the other way around. So I will be selling this market right here. So the stop loss will be at 1929249. And we will place an alert when the price will reach 2 to 1 if the case. Okay, nice candle to the downside. Again, price reaches 2 to 1. Now I am aware of the position, so I'm aware that I am winning, but we will have to wait to see what the market will do in this spot, because as you can see, we either have a double bottom or this level will be broken to the downside. If the next candle will be a green one, I will close the position at what is left after that candle, mostly because I want to see what the market does at this particular level. And the market goes all the way down to our trend line. Again, now what do we see in the market? Well, again, we see a lower low, but we have to lock some of our profits, because now our position is running at 3 to 1, which is awesome. But as for me, I think I will leave the stop loss at 1.5 to 1 in profit, again being sheltered at least from this low. And if the market retests this level and goes even lower, I want to find some market structure that can allow me to lock even more of my profit. Again, there is no risk on the table, so we have a winning position. Let's see what the next candle has to tell us. Yeah, and the next candle completely obliterates our position, but nonetheless we got our 1.5 to 1, so this will be a profit of 0.75%. As I was saying, I'm risking 0.5% basically because it's on the 5-minute time frame, and I don't want to be risking more, because the entries will be quite the occurrences will be quite often, and I don't really want to risk more on that. Let's see what the price does here. I'm quite curious if it breaks this low, but again, the market structure has been disrupted again, so we have to make another assessment. As you can see, we had a downtrend, then price didn't make a lower low. Instead, it made a higher high and then another higher high right here. So given this price action, we may see at least a range here. So we had this descending formation right here, followed by this beginning of an ascending formation. It may also be an ascending triangle here. So again, what are we expecting for price to do? Maybe range, or maybe just push to the upside altogether after this triangle is broken. So up to now, we won't be entering any positions, even if the indicators tell us to do so. Yes, so I think the price will be ranging. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this has to be the tidiest ascending channel that I've ever seen, so this is awesome. Okay, so we have this nice ascending channel right here, and what do we know about ascending channels? Well, most likely, at least 80% of the cases, they will end up doing something like this. So we will have to keep an eye open for any potential sell positions right here, which we may take advantage of. But let's see how this will be going. Maybe the channel will be broken to the upside. You never know. Yeah, so the channel is broken to the upside or is not broken to the upside. Not really sure about this. Again, given that this structure has been a bit invalidated, we may take it out, but now the dynamic in the market has changed. As you can see, price went above the VWAP. EMAs are fanned, so we are now in bullish territory once again, so we will be looking for buys. I think that this trend line should be useful for me to leave on. Let's see if it will hold or if it will help us identify a buy position. This is interesting. Again, price is doing this, but still no entries here. Still going up in this messy corrective way. Not interested about this. I'd rather see a clear retest of the EMAs or this channel which just got broken to the downside. So yeah, again guys, when you see price ascending like this in kind of a zigzag fashion, expect something like this to happen in the opposite direction, because that will shelter you from lots of losing positions. Imagine, based on indicators and DMAs and VWAP, how many traders would have taken a buy based on this large wick right here and this uptrend. So we managed to stay away from that, which is nice. So we avoided the loss. Let's see what the price wants to do next. Again, what do we see here? We see an ascending formation that's been broken with impulse to the downside, but the impulse kind of stagnated here, guys. As you can see, we shifted from impulsive market to a bit of a descending fashion. So again, still, when you see ascending natures followed by descending ones, expect a bigger range to form in this area, and expect the trend to be unclear for a long period of time. Yeah, so as you can see, even though we are going down with rejections. So I expect the price to retrace quite soon. Yeah, so this is what it does. We are not yet in selling territory, but I wouldn't sell here. I wouldn't sell here mostly because of this rejection followed by this momentum to the upside, and given that this high has been almost broken or is almost tested, I wouldn't be surprised if the next candle will be again a green candle, which isn't. But again, no selling for the moment, even if price seems to be going to the downside. As you can see, as a rule of thumb, when you see wicks and when you see the previous top getting taken out, you should at least expect some sort of ranging price action in between the bottom that you marked and the top that you marked, the exact thing that we are seeing right here. And the range has been broken with impulse, or maybe not. No, so man, this market is quite iffy. Good thing we took that winning trade previously, but yeah, gold this week has been absolutely random. Nothing to do here. As you can see, price just hovering around the VWAP. no clear price action patterns right here. We may see that this uptrend has been broken, but let's see with the how much of a momentum will it be broken. Yeah, I love this momentum. I don't really like how candle. If we see a strong bearish candle, we can enter a sell trade here. This is interesting. So we have to debate this one, guys. What do we see in the close past? So market is below the VWAP, so this is we're in the bear market. We can see this descending trend line right here. We can also see the market creating a lower low after that. So if we copy this and place it somewhere around these lines, we may expect price to reach this level again. So yeah, I will enter a short position right here. The stop loss will be at 129550. Tiny stop loss. Let's hope we don't get taken out by the next candle. Okay, so our assumption was correct. The momentum is to the downside. Now let's see if we can get all the way down at least to this level, because otherwise we will be just creating a compression triangle here, which will end up somewhere random up or down. So let's hope that this low at least will be broken. Okay, huge impulse. Again, what do you do with your position now? You entered well. Your position is running at 2.7 to 1. So this is awesome, but where would you place your stop loss so that you can lock some of your profits and maybe get away with some break in the structure so that you can easily identify the next trade? Well, this is quite a messy price action. Given this price action and given these bottoms, I think I will just leave my take profit all the way down here at 3.5 to 1, let's say, and maybe lock 1%. I think this will be my go-to strategy given this position. Mostly because I don't know how price will react to this area. Let's see the next candle, which is bad. And yeah, so the take profit was hit. I am quite angry that I didn't leave it to go a bit lower to where I initially drew this trend line, but what can you do? Okay, so 3.5%, 3.5 to 1 in the bag. So this is plus 1.75% for this trade, which again is nice, but I don't like the fact that I didn't respect the trend lines that I drew. I should have placed my my take profit at least a bit underneath this area, but as you can see, we have this area which makes price go berserk if it doesn't go through it like it does here. So we had the yeah, this is gold for you guys. So so we got this channel, we had a fake out of it, almost a fake out of it, breaking to the downside, and then what do you know, poof, it shoots all the way to the upside, going through all the EMAs, going through the channel, going through the VWAP. So yeah, this is again, this is gold for you guys. So let's see, let's move on. Maybe we can get to the end of the week. Price is going again to the upside. It's nice to see that all the previous highs have been broken. It's nice to see that this downward trend has finally been broken with nice impulse to the upside. So now we can officially look for some long positions. But again, we have to wait for the retracement and see how that retracement will look like. Again, we don't enter blindly solely based on indicators. The momentum seems to be to the upside quite nicely. Nothing to do here. Okay, now it gets interesting because now we are in the buy territory. So indicators tell us to buy, but the question is, should we buy? Let's see the next candle. Okay, this is quite nice. Let's see how a fib would look right here. Interesting. So we have quite an awesome confluence right here. We have the 618 fib level, we have the VWAP, we have the 55 EMA, but we still don't have the cross on the stochastic RSI, which is something that I would love to have. Mostly because this is gold and it does random stuff, so I will place the stochastic RSI as well here. I will wait for it. And it's a good thing that I did that, because as you can see, price would have closed us to the downside. Let's wait for a green candle, and we have our green candle again, guys. Should we buy here? So this descending channel went all the way down here, was broken with huge momentum, which kind of got taken out in a V-shaped recovery, but we see retest of previous structure with huge rejections in this area. So I think I will take a buy here, given that all the conditions are met. I know this is a impulsive momentum to the downside, but I would risk on this position. Yeah, I would risk, mostly because of this momentum and how the price came. Anyway, it's I talked a lot. Based on how volatile the market is, I think it will take me out in the next candle. But again, it's worth taking a shot. So the stop loss here will be 1932809. It's a small stop loss, so yeah, I'm not sure if I would enter this trade in real market conditions, because the market is volatile, so even a wick can take us out right here, which happens. So yeah, I will mark this one. But again, as I said previous to taking this position, I probably wouldn't have entered this one. Impulsive momentum to the downside, and we didn't have any clear impression or any clear signal that it will be reversing from here. Yeah, so market seems to be going a bit more to the downside. We have a retest on the VWAP, but seems like the reversal is complete right here. Nice momentum to the downside. Let's see a retest in some of our EMAs. Okay, and we have it right now. Okay, so we have this instance, guys. Let's see if we can have a nice bearish candle to enter on. Still not yet. Still not yet. Not really. Yeah, so this is a position that I wouldn't take, mostly because of the fact that this low hasn't been broken, but this previous high has been at least touched or broken, so we can expect some ranging price action here. I wouldn't really enter any sell trades here. Again, if you're not sure, just skip the position. I mean, it's better to miss a position than to enter a losing one. as fate would have it, this would have been a missed position, but again, I wasn't sure about it, so if you're not sure, don't take it. Again, I saw this high being a bit broken, so I didn't want to expose myself. No entries right here. Let's scroll and okay, this is quite late in the night, so I wouldn't take this position. So for this day, we have this winning 1.5%, which is more than enough. As you can see, the market went all over the place. We have this losing one also, so we are 1.25% up on the day. Given the current market conditions, I think this is quite nice. And overall, in the backtesting session, we are these ones cancel out, so we are up. So this is 2.5%. We are up 2% for the week, which is nice. Given again, guys, you can see how this market went. Being up 2% is nice in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to the 5 minutes and see what the market has to offer us. Okay, so we wake up in the morning and see this price action, and what does it tell us? Well, first of all, it tells us that we have a range here, but the bias is bullish. We can tell that from the price, the position of the price relative to the VWAP, and also from this nice impulse, EMAs are fanned out. What I find a bit worrying is even though we have this trend line right here, we don't seem to have the same enthusiasm to go to the upside. So this may as well be a reversal pattern, so I will be trading this with caution. But nonetheless, let's see if we can get some entries right here. Yeah, as I told you, even if the price is above the VWAP, even if we retest DMAs, again, not really much supporting the bullish case. At least for now, we may have a range above the VWAP, or even go lower than the VWAP. Yeah, again, market is doing what it has been doing for most of this week. Let's see if we can get some nice instances to talk about. Close, but no cigar. Okay. Again, we are in buy territory, and it would be interesting to see what price will do at this level. Let's see another candle. And finally, the price breaks this level, so I will put a line right here just to remember this area, because it's an important area for us in case we want to jump on this uptrend with a long position based on some retest of the structure. Okay, so we have our first retest, not conclusive, but this is interesting mostly because we have this nice rejection. It's close to this level that was broken, so this level rejected the price, but I'm not sure if this momentum is willing to break this easily. As you can see, we have these double wicks here. I love the fact that the price seems to be going down in a descending channel, so we are poised to breaking to the upside. Again, indicators are in our favor, but I would wait for at least one more confirmation candle before jumping in a trade right here. And it's a good thing that I did that, because as you can see, this candle would have taken us out for sure. still waiting for that nice bullish impulse, which never comes. Okay, so apparently this channel broke all the way to the downside. It's a good thing we didn't take a trade there, because we would have been stopped out. But again, guys, the reason that I didn't take the trade was this double top formation here, which is quite ugly, and it pretty much presented a high possibility for the price to go all the way to the downside and reverse completely. I would have taken, if there were another green candle here, I would have taken this position, because then the price would be committed to this descending channel and it would be poised to be broken to the upside, sorry. But given the current situation, I wouldn't have taken any trades today. Today being the 6th of April. Okay, it's getting interesting again, because indicators tell us that we should be soon entering a short position. Yeah, this is confirmed. Okay, question now. Should we enter a short position right now? Okay, so we have some structure. We have this messy level around this area, which I don't know what it will do to the price. But this slope is quite awesome. Yeah, I will be entering a sell trade, mostly based on the momentum that is shown to the downside. I also love that we have more wicks to the upside than to the downside. Maybe if you are aggressive enough, you would have entered right here, but I will enter on this candle. The stop loss should be 1923139. Okay, so we have a large stop loss. I love the fact that it's above the VWAP. But again, I personally would set an alert at this position at 1-to-1. If it gets there, I want to see how the price will go through this area, because this is a potential volatility area and we want to be sheltered from price making a bigger range right here. So we have to take into account the bigger picture as well. Let's see how the price reacts, and the price shoots up our position. Yeah, so that was an awesome call on my side. This is a full minus 0.5%. Not sure what. This is close to US market opening, so maybe that's the case. Yeah, so gold is an awesome market to trade, as you guys can see. 6th of April is actually yesterday, so we have 1 day left of gold price action. As you could see, the market was choppy and really messy. The thing that we could, maybe we can manage to get a winning balance after this week would amaze me, basically. Okay, so we don't have a buy signal from the indicators right now, so we will just disregard this. And as you can see, we had some ranging price action here, but now we seem to have been breaking to the downside again. This level is interesting to watch and see what happens. Basically, what happens in this huge area right here. Okay. Another nice. I think this was the Fed statement. Yeah, this was the Fed statement. I can recall it. And yeah, so basically this was our day. So let's see how it went. Nothing special. So minus 5%. We are overall plus 1.5% for the week. And let's see our final day, which is today. And let's see what the price has to tell us. Okay, again, so you wake up and see this price action. What does it tell you? First of all, you have to spot this descending channel right here. That, again, as many descending channels do, gets broken to the upside. So I wouldn't be surprised if price will shoot all the way to the upside right here. Which it does. Okay, let's see if we can have any entries. Not really. Still scrolling. Okay, so price eventually moves to the upside. Not as fast as I imagined, but it still basically hugged this line, this upper trend line, once it broke it, and then finally broke it to the upside. I'm not sure if you guys can see the graph, but yeah. Okay, so now let's see. So we are in buy territory. As you can see, we have a nice uptrend going on here. Yeah, and this is more than enough for me to buy right here. I know that this local low has been broken, but again, we retested the VWAP, so we are poised to be going to the upside. Not sure. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we broke this trend line. I really don't like the fact that we broke this trend line, which is actually intriguing now. Not sure if we should be taking a buy right here, mostly because of this channel being broken and then rejected. Let's see another candle for confirmation. Yeah, we should take a buy here. So this is the long position. Stop loss should be at 1924575. Kind of a big stop loss, and we will see what price does at 2 to 1, which is exactly this level that I want to keep an eye on. Yeah, so quite aggressive volatile price action. Good thing that our forecast was right and price is going to the upside. Okay, so now my alert sounded, but by the time I got to the laptop, the price went all the way down to 1.321, which is interesting. Let's see what the market really has to tell us. Okay, so basically what we have going on here. All right. Okay, so what we have going on here. We have this mini ascending, and we have an ascending wedge, which is messy. Not sure if I should wait for price to reach somewhere around this area and then shoot down. The stop loss, my call will be that the stop loss will be just below this channel, so we will still have some risk on the table, maybe somewhere around these lines, and see how this level is going to be broken. We have some double wick action, close to taking me out, and I think this position will be taken out. Not yet. Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. So I basically based my stop loss on this channel base, and the thing that I want to keep an eye on is this top right here and how it will be broken. If it were to be broken to the top, then I will essentially move my stop loss all the way up here, and mostly because I don't want to follow this this trade anymore, is because this is an ascending wedge and it's more likely poised to break to the downside. So I just want a mini fake out, or at least to get close to the upper channel, until I will amend the stop loss. Again, I modified the stop loss, so I will just have to put it where it is. So 1925 1924575. Was this correct? 1924575, sorry, not 975. Yeah, thanks, Kit. Again, it was mostly based on the assumption, and it was mostly based on the base of the channel. I'm not sure if I may be taken out by spreads or slippages, but for the sake of backtesting, I will leave it as it is. Again, for this position, I am waiting for this stop to be broken so that I can amend my stop loss all the way up here. Again, if the price is to shoot down, again, my position is somewhere around half of it, so I'm risking 0.25 roughly. But let's see where price will go. It seems like it's trailing the downward base of this channel, which is bad. So we are close to okay. Now I'm interested. Okay, so now we have a break of this level with momentum. Let's see where our 2-1 would be here. Yeah, not yet, not yet. I would wait for another candle, and if that candle is a red one, I will close my position where it is. Again, as our position stands, our stop loss is somewhere around minus 0.25%. So let's see how the market will react. And this is a bad candle, but again, still risking right here. Still, I want to see when this channel gets broken to the downside, and then I will close my position. I will still wait for another candle. Still not breaking the channel. Still not breaking the channel. Still not breaking the channel. Maybe this one, if the next candle is a red one, which is, yes. So this isn't a price action that I want to dwell on. As things stand, maybe just put it at 1-1 and be it. There's no point in closing it right now at 1.4-1. It's not quite big of a difference. We still have the price action crawling around this lower base, so I would prefer to get closed at 1-1 than miss a huge position. And we are closed at 1-1. Okay, so this will be a win. So plus 0.5%. Again, I said I was risking 0.5%, but we may have another entry on our hands right here. Let's see how the next candles will look like. Close enough. We have a retest. This is interesting. Again, this area hasn't been broken yet, so we may expect price to play some shenanigans on us in this area, but price seems to be reluctant to go to the downside as well. As you can see, we still keep this bullish momentum right here, even though that trend line got broken. It would be interesting to see what the price has to do right now, but given that the US market is close here, I won't be entering any long positions. Yeah, that's why. So again, be aware of what time it is, and just skip market opens, because it's never good. You may have a trend, you may be taken out, and then you have a trend. As you can see, we were praying for this to be broken for some time, and then it's all of a sudden broken with a huge impulse. But again, guys, don't let yourself trapped in this volatility right here, because it's there's no point basically in doing that. And I think we are approaching the present moment. But what do we have here? We should enter. We should enter on this nice candle. Let's see how the price looks like. I'm not quite fond of these lows being repeatedly broken, and I'm not quite fond of this momentum. We still have our super ascending wedge in place, which again is poised to break to the downside. We get back to this level. No, maybe you guys would enter a trade here, but I am not sure if this would be an entry. At least for my part, this won't be an entry. If the price goes to the upside, so be it. Okay. Yeah, so basically price took out some liquidity and the market is quite awful. Yeah, guys, so this was this week's backtesting on gold using this strategy. Let's make a quick recap. So we risked 0.5% on the trades. We took 8 trades, from which 4 were winning, 4 were losses, so a 50% win rate, but the market was choppy as hell. Let's see, so we lost 2% in our losing trades, and we won 2.75, 3.5, 4%, so an overall plus of 2%, trading only gold, only during daytime GMT plus 3. So yeah, this is gold. Hey Raven, nice to see you. I just backtested the strategy that you said you were going to backtest in the comments. I backtested this week's gold price action because, as you can see on the screen, it was messy as hell. Gained a 2% profit. So yeah, what if some of you guys are still watching? I will take a short break, but again, if you want to see a Forex pair traded with this strategy, a backtest of this week's Forex pair, maybe you name it, or US 30, just leave in the comments. I will be gone only for a maximum of 5 minutes, and then I will be back for another hour of backtesting. Again, if you guys are still watching, please write in the comments any pair that you want to be backtested, Forex or indices, and I will be right back. If no one writes in the comments, and I will be back, and no one will be watching this clip, so be it. I will be doing some backtesting on US 30. So be right back. sorry. Okay, guys, back. So hope some of you are still watching. Yeah. So Raven, indeed, the market has been choppy as hell this week. It's quite a difficult time to be trading on. Okay, so since no one else posted anything, I will be doing some backtesting using this strategy on US30 kit. Be advised that it's not the US30 strategy that you saw that Chris presented. This is a strategy that I am trading with, but I am quite eager to see how US30 will go. Okay. Laptop seems to be lagging a bit. Again, guys, just let me know if the stream is lagging, because my laptop, I think, will die someday soon. And yeah, so we will have to replay. This is on the daily, but we will have to replay starting from Monday, which was the 4th of April. Okay, let's switch to the 1 hour interval. Maybe our indicators will load up. Yep, they do. Okay, and let's go all the way to 8, or maybe let's say 6 a.m. 7 a.m. should be just fine. And let's go on the 5-minute chart and let's see what the market has to tell us. Again, guys, the same routine that you should do when you wake up and see the markets. Okay, so you wake up and see this price action. What do we have here? Okay, we have this clear ascending trend, which continued with an even steeper ascending trend, which I don't trust at all. I mean, this thing is poised to break to the downside sooner or later. And on the bigger picture regarding this line, we have this ascending wedge. So 2 signals that this market is poised to collapse. Will I take another buy if the market will give me the opportunity to take another buy? No, of course not. Another if needed. As you can see, this level has been quite shitty for this pair, so I would expect it to shoot to the downside and maybe look for sell trades afterwards. Again, I may be wrong. I'll just leave these lines right here. Again, don't trade based on your forecast. Listen to the market, and if it fits your forecast, then go with it. If not, yeah, well, you're wrong, so everybody's wrong more often than not, so just be it. But the main forecast for this market is this one. Again, let's see. Okay, so what do we see here? So we see an entry signal. Again, as I told you guys, will I enter? No, I won't enter. Again, further signals that this market isn't sustainable. This low was broken or close to being broken. As you can see right here, this high is yet to be taken out, and we lost this steep momentum. So I will wait for a next candle to show itself. Yeah, so that was a fake out of this channel, no problem. Again, guys, don't stress about losing trades, about not being in trades that go in your favor, because again, it's better to trade seldomly and good than to put yourselves in unfavorable spots with the low potential return. The uptrend seems to be going considerably. Okay, no entries up to now. Let's see if we can amend this wedge. Something along these lines, I would say, but we still have an ascending wedge. This channel, surprisingly, is still holding. So let's see if we have another instance here to take a long position. Nope. the channel seems to be broken to the downside, and here you go, guys. So this is the reason that I'm telling you to take a look at price action as well. So what we basically had two sorry, just for me to check something. We basically had two descending patterns in a row. So we had the ascending wedge and we had that small steep ascending channel. That's the reason that I didn't enter in any buy positions, even if, let's say, the indicators told us so. We would have had a winning position here, but we would have another entry somewhere around this area, which would have gotten taken out. So let's see what the market has to tell us next. I will just take these lines out so that the graph won't be so cluttered. Okay, huge impulse to the downside. Markets collapsed basically. We'll just wait for the volatility to die down a bit and then look to enter a short position, which was again the direction that we were looking at prior to starting the video. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to take this position. No, I won't take this position, mostly because we seem to be having some bit of a ranging price action. Again, the price made the lower low, but it got rejected right away. It made the double top formation here. Not clear, concise price action that the price will shoot to the downside. I would love the price going a bit down and then maybe coming in some sort of an ascending channel all the way to our EMA, so that we can continue to the downside, sort of a bear flag if you want. But as for now, I won't be entering any trades right here. Yeah, so as you can see, price respected this range, seemingly broke out of it. Let's see if we can get ourselves some nice buys right here. Okay, so we are in bull territory right now, but we don't have any reasons to enter any trade, at least not for now. Okay, now what do we see here? Again, we still have not sure if it's a reversal formation, but it should be at least an ascending price channel. And yeah, I think this should qualify as a buy. Not completely convinced of it. I love the fact that it held this range, it broke out of it, and then it just went and retest previous price structure, which is a nice confluence with the VWAP. So I will take a long position right here. The stop loss should be somewhere around the lines of 34820. Nah, this is way too tiny. Just 1 second, guys. I have to take the cat out. Okay, back. So we are in this buy position. I don't love this stop loss, and I will amend it manually to put it below the VWAP and below this channel, because the stop loss that was given by the indicator basically made no sense. It didn't even cover this channel, and I will set an alert at 1-to-1 if the position goes to 1-to-1, if it's not a straightforward loss, which may happen sometimes. Okay, price seems to be ranging. I'm not quite fond of this position right now, but what can I do? I'm still in it. It's a good fact that this trend line that we drew earlier held. So now what are we expecting? We're expecting the price to go a bit to the upside, maybe 2 to 1. Again, I still have my alert at this level. Stop loss again amended. So I forgot to tell you guys, by this time I would have my risk, so somewhere around these lines, so I will only be risking 0.25 on this position. Let's see if the trend line holds again. Yep, it does. Now my alert would sing. I am at 1 to 1, point at which I will be moving my stop loss at break even. No point in holding it with risk on the table. As you can see, this channel that held so far is above my stop loss, so having it at break even would be more than enough, and I will target this level, which is my 2 to 1. Let's see if we can get the 2 to 1. Nope, we don't get it. The ascending formation is broken, so this would be a break-even position. Let's place it with yellow. And yeah, guys, so the ascending channel basically broke to the downside. We basically had an ascending channel within a smaller ascending channel which broke to the downside, so we may expect bearish price action from now on. The price may contradict me, but we amended our position as best as we could. As you can see, previous stops couldn't be taken out. A further signal that bearish price action is incoming. So we will have to see what happens next. Yeah, again, that channel broke all the way to the downside, and now we are in bearish territory. And oh man, how it broke to the downside. This is awesome. So it's a good thing that we are seeing this kind of price action, because now we can easily take some sells if we have the opportunity. I don't like this recovery at all. I will not be taking any sells. I would prefer if I were to enter a sell, because as you can see, indicators tell us to sell, EMAs tell us to sell. I would take this sell if price were to go something like this all the way back up, and not like this as you see it went. So no trade for me right now. I will just wait for further price action. Let's see what happens. Yeah, and as you can see, price reverts and just bounces around. We are still in bullish territory, but let's see when we get. And this is the buy signal, guys. Okay, so we have a buy signal again. What do we see here? Well, we see this huge fake out. We see this ascending, kind of an ascending trend. I think it's more accurate to draw it to the upside. It's pretty messy down there. Not sure how to draw it. Maybe like this. Maybe we just count this as a fake out, and this is the base of this ascending channel. Either way, I love the fact that highs got taken out one after the other. I love that we didn't quite plunge down. We basically hovered around a bit. So this is a trade that I would take right here. It's a long trade with the stop loss being at 8 to 1. Okay, and let's see how this trade will go. Pending alert set at 2 to 1, where the previous high is. Let's see if this trend line ends up holding. Doesn't seem like doing so. Let's see some nice momentum to the upside. Not yet. Trend line seems to be close to broke, but no. Okay, so no alerts sounded up to now. Position is still as it is, full risk on the table. But given the current situation and given that we are close to this high right now, I will place my stop loss at break even, because if the price were to revert from here, it won't be good at all. So as a plan for the position, I will place my stop loss at break even, alert set at 2 to 1, and I will target this level, which is the upper band, and which is something in the lines of 4 to 1, but we still have some work to do to get there. Okay, so as you can see, the ascending line is still holding, and right now we are passing the 2 to 1 mark, point at which, again, if this, we seem to have the same thing that we had in the previous position, if you guys remember. So we have this ascending channel, and within it we have a smaller ascending channel. Let me place it with yellow so that you can easily see it. Right now, I would leave the position going, basically aiming the top of this channel, but I will place the stop loss at 1 to 1 right here, mostly because we saw this formation before, and it usually announces a collapse in the market. So right now stop loss is at 1 to 1 around here, and we are targeting this level, or generally we are targeting the upper band. So let's see how this will go. Nice momentum to the upside. Still continuing. Again, guys, as price goes on, amend your stop loss accordingly. So right now, given the price is this, I will gain another 0.5% for the position. Again, this channel hasn't been quite broken, neither to the upside, neither to the downside. Momentum still stays up. So I would keep it at plus 1.5 to 1 right now. Yep. Still continuing. And right now, I think I would have been taken out of the position. Let's see if, yeah, so based on the position still going, I would amend my stop loss all the way to 2 to 1, or the base of this channel. If this candle didn't take me out, this one would. So 2 to 1 win, which is nice. I'm curious what the price will do next. This is again a nice winning trade. And what do we expect, guys, from here? Again, we saw the same thing here. We had an ascending channel, a smaller ascending channel within a bigger ascending channel. Price collapsed. Same thing is poised to happen right here. Same ascending channel, same smaller ascending channel, and price seems to be starting a collapse, but let's see. It may continue further to the upside. Who are we to tell? A bit of volatility in the market right here. Not sure why. And now it's nighttime, so we close this day with a break-even position and with a 2 to 1 win, which gained us 1%. Not bad for the start of the week. Let's see how we will fare the next day. Again, we will be scrolling all the way to 6 a.m. Eastern European time. And what am I repeating? Like a broken record. What do we see here when we wake up? First of all, we see this descending triangle. Given that price is already showing bearish bias and we have a descending triangle, I would love the price to break through this level and maybe revert in a nice ascending fashion so that I can take a sell from here. But this is the morning forecast as you want it, is what I would say to myself if I opened the charts and saw this market. Let's see how it goes. Again, looking for sells. If the indicators tell me to sell, I will do it right here. And this is a sell entry, which I will take. Again, the triangle isn't quite broken with momentum. Even if it's broken, it's not broken with momentum. We still have the VWAP in the way, and we still have the high probability that the price will go to the downside. So I will enter a trade here right away. Sorry about that. Stop loss being at 895. This can't be right. Okay, so the liquidity is too small in the market. It's just $5. Not sure if I would love to take this position. Not sure how many lots I would have to open here, but yeah, so be it. Again, I will set pending on this level to see if how the market reacts to that, if it gets there. But it doesn't. Okay, so this was a failed descending triangle, guys. The signs were here, but I thought this was a fake out, so no issues. Minus 0.5% on this one. And we move on. So this was a failed pattern. I will still leave the bottom drawn there because it's an important level. Should we enter a buy here? Okay, indicators tell us to do so, but I don't think we should, mostly because of this box being here. I would love for it to break and maybe just enter then. And it breaks. Okay, now we have a huge upward momentum. Let's see how it goes from here. Okay, we had huge upward momentum. This is quite interesting. It's this week has been okay. I think my scale is bad or something like this, but it's random city right here. Still no trades. I have no idea if am I supposed to buy or sell in this market. Probably buy. Okay, let's see if we have a nice established uptrend for the day so that we can take some profits from. Yeah, I love the fact that this compared to this one, I love the fact that this, after the impulse, this continued in kind of a zigzag fashion, which I love. So I am more likely to take a sell position right now, to take a buy position right now, sorry, if the case would be to do so. Let's see where it stops. It seemed to have been stopped here. So this is the long position. Let's hope I don't get my ass kicked by US 30, but this will be a buy at 34937. Still a small stop loss. Given that the stop loss is so small, I would wait for another candle, so I would disregard this one. It's quite a small stop loss and I don't want a wick to come in and take me out. Nah, not yet. Still not yet. Probably, most likely now, not yet. Probably now. No. Borderline to say the least. We got into this area, which is a nice liquidity zone. I don't like the way it goes, but let's see how the stop loss would look in this case. This is a borderline buy if it were any. This is one. So the stop loss should be at 34920. Maybe a bit more above, let's say 15. And again, targeting this stop, but I will be placing an alert at 1.5 to 1. Let's see how it goes. Doesn't seem to be going so well, and we got taken out again. Quite a bad start of the day, so we are minus 1% for the day. Let's see if the market will be able to keep a trend. I don't like that the stop losses here are very, very small. I think that I have to amend that indicator somehow. The stop loss would have been how big it wanted. It still would have been crushed. But just saying. Okay, let's see if we have further confirmation that the price will go to the downside from here. Not yet. Yeah, I wanted to say this. That was a iffy position, mostly because the smaller EMAs got crushed to the upside. But I took it anyway. I saw a nice confluence with the VWAP and with previous structure. And the impulse was to the upside. And this is the moment when we will be entering another position. As you can see, guys, we have huge momentum to the upside. This is nice. And we don't seem to have that high of momentum to the upside. I would even love a range to be created right here. A symmetric range going and retesting this bottom right here. Given this fact, I will be entering a sell position right here. The US market is opening. My stop loss should be wide. Okay, stop loss should be 887. I don't love the stop loss. I don't love the fact that the US market is opening, but still I would take this trade. Let's see how it will go. Going nicely to the downside. Okay, let's see. So, sorry, I forgot to do something. I just want to materialize this ascending channel that we have here. So this was the channel that we were basically looking at. Sorry, let me draw it a bit nicer. This was the ascending channel that we were looking at, basically close to this. You may amend it as you wish, but essentially this is the idea that we are following. Not sure how to put this. Okay, and this is the upper band. As you can see, the stop loss was above the upper band. That's what I wanted to double check. And now, once the channel went according to our forecast and broke to the downside, we want to secure some profits, basically by trailing this, for the moment, trailing the lower band. So right now, the position should be at break even. And we will see how price reacts. So if price does something like this, so be it. We will identify 2 points here and trail our stop loss with it. But until that channel makes itself shown, I will put my position at break even, mainly because if price is to range, it will take me out, no problem. But if price respects our drawing and makes a descending channel right here, it won't touch my stop loss. So that's my reasoning behind that. So right now this position has the stop loss at break even. And we are targeting this level, the 2 to 1. If we don't have a huge impulse, again, right now the alert is set at 2 to 1. Let's move on and see what the price has to offer us. and unfortunately we get taken out at break even, which is not a huge issue. Okay, I will take these drawings out and see how the price reacts from this area. Yeah, so price did make a descending range as we forecasted, but it was wider than expected, so it took our stop loss out. So this was the range that the second descending wave made. So as you can see, we had this ascending that broke into a wider range. I didn't really anticipate this range being so wide, so I got taken out at break even, which is bad, but yeah, it happens. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, it shoots to the downside, which is nice, because now we can have a clear image that the trend is to the downside. As you can see, the trend is to the downside. Man, this is quite insane. I think we saw something like this on gold. Now that I remember, I think it was the same day. Maybe it was some news or something. We had some ranging price action, and then it shot to the downside, and then it completely obliterated everything. Good thing we weren't in a position right here, because this would have been bad. Okay, still going to the upside. So we are in official bull territory. I didn't get to say bull territory, and price shot back down. I wouldn't touch this market with a stick today. Let's see if we have some entry signals that we can analyze. Not really. We do now, but we didn't have any entries. Still didn't have any entries. I still have to plot this graph. Maybe we will have some entries right now. It's nighttime, so again, not the best day for trading US. This is minus 0.5%. Sorry, I said I was risking 0.5% on trades. Okay, so not the best day in terms of trading US 30. We started the week with a winning day, but we continued with a losing day. So two minus 0.5% trades and a break even. Market was all over the place, as you can see. So let's go and see what the next day has in store for us. Hey Yolande, nice to see you. You're from is that Indonesia? Indonesia. Okay. So you should make this your routine. If you're watching, just please do the same as I do. You wake up, you see this. What are you seeing? Kind of the same as we saw yesterday morning. Sort of a descending triangle formation, which may signal further downward momentum. Other than that, no real entries. We had an entry, but we weren't awake to take it. This would have been a nice entry. It would have matched all our entry criteria, but if you love to sleep, you miss entries. And the same as it was yesterday, this triangle was a fake out. We will still leave this line here and go from there. This is interesting. This is interesting mostly because now we should sell, but should we sell? No, we shouldn't sell, mostly because small EMAs are crossed for a buy. We have this nice momentum to the upwards, so no problems in taking a decision here. We won't sell, and again, even if the market is to go to the downside, don't feel bad, because it's better to be safe than sorry. And we seem to have a price turnaround. We seem to be in bull territory right now. And this is a nice instance for me to buy. This high has been taken out. This high hasn't been taken out, but I love the fact that this is happening. I want to wait for an extra candle of confirmation and then I will enter a buy. Yep. Confirmation enough. I will open a buy position. So what are we looking at here? Basically this small ascending, this steep ascending, which may or may not break in our favor, as more likely an ascending wedge. So price may revert sooner or later, but let's see what are the odds in our favor. So the buy here should be with the stop loss at 34646. And I will set a notification right on the 1-to-1. Again, we are seeing this ascending. Let's hope the base doesn't break so quickly, because otherwise we will be taken out of the position. And the base seems to be holding for now. And okay, this is awesome. So what are we seeing here? We still have this ascending wedge formation. I think it's not really an ascending wedge, maybe just alter it a bit so that it's an ascending channel. And what do we do with stop losses in this case? Well, we just trail the bottom line, but we won't trail it for as long as we would have wanted to, mostly because this channel is poised to break to the downside and we don't want to lose all the profit made here only for the position to go sideways. What do we do now? We basically look to the left and see that this is basically, no, this is interesting. So if this level manages to get broken, then we will shoot all the way to the upside. But given the market structure that it is right now, I won't be trailing my stop loss right in this area, but I will be placing it somewhere around this area. Actually, around the area that it is right now. So I have 1-to-1 locked, mostly because there is this huge level right here that either serves as a liquidity boost for this, given that stop losses get taken out, or serves as a outright reversal. So it's best to have my 1-to-1 saved here. So the decision has been made. The stop loss is at 1-to-1 and I will see the next candle. If it breaks that level, maybe I will amend it and secure furthermore profit. Not really that conclusive, and it seems like we don't really have much going our ways. It hit the upper band. Let's see where 1.5 would be. Nope. So yeah, still 1-to-1, and I will leave it as it is, and it's been taken out. So yeah, guys, the assumption was correct. So given the fact that I didn't wait for this channel to be retested again, I managed to squeeze 1-to-1, which is highly needed given how the week has been going for us. So this is a plus 0.5%. And we are still at the beginning of the day. Let's see how it goes. Fake out break of the channel still stands. I won't be entering any trades now, given that the bottom has been tested for such a long time. And yeah, according to our forecast, this channel has been broken to the downside, and we got a retest of the level of basically of the day's low. And now let's see what happens in this case. Day's low has been broken with huge momentum, and now we are officially looking to take sell trades. Okay, let's see, one more candle. Yeah, and this is the first sell trade that we are going to take. I love the fact that up to now we only have lower highs and lower lows, so I will be entering a short position right here. Stop loss will be at sorry, the stop loss will be at 34581. The first level that I want to get notified by is this one, basically the price making a lower low. So let's see what happens. Momentum seems to be to our side, but we have difficulties going through this level. And we do, but how do we go through it? Not that awesome. Maybe we have some sort of a mellow descending channel on our hands here, which I don't like because this is quite bad. No, it's not a channel, it may be a range right here. Given this fact, the stop loss will be at break even here for sure, no questions asked. And if the market were to break this range with an impulse to the downside, so be it, but I don't want to risk anything else on this position if the next candle won't be a big and red one. Hey Tigers Finance, thanks for the wishes, man. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so no, sorry sorry about that. Just avoid I'll just amend this. Okay, so just avoid the all caps, man, because our guard dog doesn't love that. But again, I saw your message. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Okay, still at break even because I don't like this position at all, really. Right now I'm starting to like it. Okay, so what do we do here? We have a runner on our hands. The stop loss right now should be at this level. We saw some ranging price action right here. Right here. That got broken to the downside. So the stop loss will be amended so that we can take something from the position, but not risk losing all our momentum. Kind of like somewhere along these lines, or maybe 0.75% should be best. Yeah, this should be best. So 0.75% right now. Still not risking anything and waiting for the market to show its intentions. We are close to getting taken out, and we get taken out, which is not bad. So we get taken out with an 0.75% win, which by risking 0.5% is something that I cannot calculate right now. Let's say that we are plus for 0. Let's say 35. Just to be, I know that's not really accurate, but let's just stay pessimistic. Okay, now going on, continuing with the trade. So again, we managed to squeeze a small win here. It could have been bigger. I think we could have entered on this candle. That way our risk to reward would have been even nicer. But what can you do? These are the decisions that I took. That's why you do. That's why you have to do backtesting, so that you can train yourself to make better decisions in the market. As you can see, this would have been an awesome sell. Kind of feel bad about it right now. Okay, now the next question is, should we sell here? Interesting. I don't think so. I don't think we should sell here, mostly because of this trend line being broken. It's not quite a trend line, it's most likely a reversal pattern right here. It's a descending wedge. Nope. I won't be taking any sells here, mostly because of this. If the market were to contradict me and go all the way to the downside, then yeah, I will stand corrected and take the trade. But as for now, I will wait and see what the US market has to bring us. Currently, the sell would have almost worked, probably. Not sure, but again, as you guys saw, when you see these kinds of formations and you see it some kind of momentum pulse, which was this one going the opposite direction, just stay sheltered from trades even if indicators tell you to do otherwise, mostly because you will find yourselves getting stopped out, as it would have been the case here. So right now, what do we see in the market? Well, we see this channel being broken, so we can witness a shift to the upside, be it impulsive or be it as an ascending channel, which will result in a bigger range all over the place. Or we can have a range here. Again, what are the signs of a range? In case of a downtrend, previous low hasn't been broken and the previous high has been broken. So these are clues that we have at least ranging markets on our hands right here. So no trades for the moment. Okay, as you can see, messy price action given by the US market. Trend seems to be going all over the place. Again, we saw this range forming even by this time, so we knew that messy price action was coming, so we knew to stay away from trades. Nothing really much happening right now. We are officially in the buy area, which is nice, but I wouldn't take a buy after this candle, mostly because it's huge and the stop loss wouldn't cover it even a small bit, and because of that, of course. And given that it's nighttime, let's go to the next day, which is actually today's price action. So up to now, US 30 hasn't been that kind with us. We have the first day ended with plus 1%, then we lost that 1% the next day, so break even up to now, 2 break evens as well, but we managed to squeeze 0.5 and 0.35% the next day, so overall up 0.85%. And let's see what the next day's price action will bring us. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so again, you wake up and see this. What are your thoughts? Well, I don't really know what to say here. We have this impulse, shot up, went back down with nice impulsive legs right here. Nothing really much to draw here. The thing is, the only thing that I would take in mind here is that I will be bearish biased unless proven otherwise. So I will be more open to take sells if the price doesn't shoot past the VWAP and to the upside. So let's see if we can actually enter a sell. Not likely. And no, not really. And we have a reversal in price with huge momentum brought by the Europe session open. So right now our bias has been changed. As you can see, we had some descending price action here in a conserved fashion, which got broke with huge impulse. So for now we are biased to the upside. Furthermore, confirmation that the price will be going to the upside right here. Let's see if we can find ourselves inside the trade. Okay, not that bad. Okay. Let's see how the stop loss will look in this case. this is a clear entry in my book. So previous structure got taken out. I'm not fond of that top right there, but I would enter a position right here. Stop loss should be huge here. Uh, 344419. I like the fact that it covers the VWAP, and the first thing that I want to see is this top being taken out, or some sort of market structure. And I see a market structure taking me out right away, the same way that I started my it was Tuesday, I think. So this is a -1%, minus 0.5%, sorry. Okay, moving on. Let's see what will happen with the price. Still hovering around the VWAP, which I don't love. But given this price action, yeah. So given this price action, I will enter another trade here, mostly because we had this ascending channel, kind of like that, that broke into a descending channel, kind of like this. Okay, what do we have on our side? Well, we have the fact that VWAP and previous structure is here, so there's a high probability that this descending wedge will break to the upside. It's a high probability, but I'm willing to take the risk. I took one trade in the same direction, got taken out by one candle. Let's see if I can do that twice, shall we? Okay, so the stop loss will be here at 34418. Tiny stop loss, kind of the same as the previous one. If it gets taken out, this would be fun. Okay, again, I am targeting this level because this is where I want to see what the price does. And if further market structure presents itself, maybe let's say we will have another ascending on our hands, I will amend my stop loss accordingly. Ah, okay, Kit, good for you. Okay, so let's see if we get taken out. No, okay, so this is awesome. Okay, price is going to the upside. Now the hard part, how do we amend our position? What do we see here? So we may have, as I said, some range bound action on our hands. Given the fact that we don't have any sample size of bottoms, given that we have this impulse, the stop loss right now should be at break even, mostly because at least this channel will hold if the price won't create another one, so that the channel will be steeper. So based on this, right now, this position, the stop loss is at close to break even, basically. Okay, and now we have our official trend line. So the price should respect this trend line. I'm not sure how high it can go to the upside. I'm not sure if you guys... I'm not sure if you guys can hear me right now, but at least you can see what I'm doing right here. So we have something like this, but it's messy. I'm not really sure. This is more likely an ascending wedge, a crooked ascending wedge. So what do we know about ascending wedge as well? They are reversal patterns. So we have to keep an eye out for any reversals in price and not take this position way too long and take the profits while we can. Given the current situation, my stop loss right now will be right here at 1-to-1. And let's see how it goes. Again, price still respecting this this wedge. So given that the price respects the wedge, we will be trailing it with the wedge. So let's say at 1.5 let's say at 1.5 to 1. Still going up. Still going up. Okay, so again, trailing with the wedge. Can we manage to squeeze 3 to 1? I'm not sure. Nope, 3 to 1 is way too steep. 2.5 to 1 should work just fine right now. So again, why I'm trailing this so aggressively? Mainly because this is the lower band that will eventually be broken with the impulse, because this is an ascending wedge. I would love for this top to be taken out, but I don't think so, because what can we see here? We can see an additional ascending channel, kind of like this. So further probability that the price will collapse sooner or later. So we have our 2.521 secure. And right now the channel has been broken. Let's see if it's any point in us closing the position. No, so just leave it at 2.5 and hope for a fake out. But again, guys, as you can see, what are the signs? The signs are here. Okay, we seem to have some sort of ranging price action right here, and we get taken out, which is not bad. So this is a 2.521 position. So given that we risked 0.5%, this is a plus 1.25%. I am shocked that these two ascending formations are getting broken in such a mellow fashion. So we may see some descending price action here instead of collapse, which I was really expecting. But let's move on. Okay, this isn't US open market. This may be some piece of news. Interesting. But again, so yeah, our forecast was correct. I didn't really expect it to break in such a mellow fashion. I don't know what this wick is here for, but as you can see, we had an ascending wedge, which continued with a smaller ascending channel that kind of broke here in a ranging fashion, but then collapsed. So forecast still the same. Trail that channel as long as you can, and squeeze as much profit as you can from the market. Let's see what US market brings us. Okay, so we are now in outright bearish territory. But I'm not sure if we can have any other trades given the current price action. I don't think so. There's no trade here, at least in at least from what I'm concerned. Let's see if we would have had an entry right here, and let's see if we would take it. Sorry, I scrolled a bit too fast. No point in... Oh, okay, let's maybe take this out. Hey Cape, good evening, nice to have you here. Okay, so we still don't have an entry. Not now. We do now, but I don't like this this candle, and right now this entry has been completely botched. I don't want to enter after this candle, especially after highs have been broken time and time again. So given that this descending structure didn't make any lower lows, but instead it made higher highs, I think we will be reverting soon. So I won't be taking any trades, even if the indicators tell me so. So right now there would have been a trade, but again, what's the point in taking this trade? So the market came with huge impulse. It's basically crushed to the downside. Then impulse to the upside. We have this high taken out several times. Yeah, we have these wicks, but these wicks may also symbol that there are buyers there which move the price up. Given the main reason that I don't want to take this buy is mostly because of this low here, and I would be afraid of a trend line such as this created, so I would enter a trade and then I would have to maybe ride this wedge all the way to the upside. It will break to the downside, but not now. I would have loved if these highs weren't taken out, but right now this is what I see happening to the market. Let's see if, yeah, so yeah, as you can see, again, another high taken out, another wedge, another higher low. And what can we see here? We can see that we still have a smaller ascending channel, a smaller wedge inside this wedge. So again, we are waiting for the price to maybe shoot back down. But I think this is all our price action for today. Yeah, so we got to the end of the day, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see how this week would have went by trading US 30 using this strategy. So again, on gold, the previous one, we had a 50% win rate, but we managed to bank 2%. Let's see what's this saying us. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades, but 2 of them were break even, so we will count those out. 7 overall trades. There were 4 wins, 3 losses, so above 50% win rate. And we managed to bank, let's see, so we lost 1.5%, but we managed to bank 1.6, 1.7% for the week. So added with the gold, nice week so far given how the price has been. So 3.8% given the current price action is not bad at all. Okay, so thanks for watching. If any of you are still watching, I rambled a lot. This was tonight's backtesting. So if you guys have any questions, shoot. If not, we will see you in our next videos. Please don't forget to check out the course if you like this strategy. There will be new content coming in for the course this weekend or maybe at the beginning of the next week. So I will add another section to the course. If you want a discount for the course, just check the community page. You can find the discount code there where you can get the course at a small price. Okay, so if no one has anything else to say or to ask, I just have to thank you guys for watching again and sticking with me for these 2 hours of backtesting. Results were good given the current market conditions. Again, I have to say this, but yeah, see you in our next videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.